let you know I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
So these are going to be more kind of off the hook. Just wanted to kind of talk, and I find myself I have a lot to speak about in my mind when it comes to these things. I find our spirituality and our culture kind of at a point where something needs to be done. So I decided to start making these videos just to try and reach as much people as I can, because there is a lot of people that I do help and guide, and I'm young. I'm 33 right now, turning 34. I'm sprouting some gray hairs, but I'm hoping that these videos will help you, whoever you may be. I don't know who you are on the other side there. Just know that my intentions are good, and for those who carry pipe and for those who help people as well, just know my intentions are good. And they come from the best of places. I'm not here to try and give you my credentials and all that. I think just listening and, having an open ear are some of the greatest qualities. I don't try to demand respect and all that. But today I just kind of wanted to speak about spirituality. It's a hard one to do, because when you see that word, you just say, I guess just speedballing off the top of my head, I honestly think that alcohol and drugs, obviously drugs, but alcohol, it's not meant for Indigenous people. It's not. Like for First Nations people specifically, it's not part of our culture. It's not who we are. For those of you who do know me, I do see a lot of things in my line of profession when it comes to alcohol. But that being with anybody, it's an ugly drug that kind of brings out the worst of you. I drank when I was 16 to about 21 years of age, ballpark around there. And my parents always told me, they said that that drink has a spirit. Once you take that lid off, there's a spirit that comes out of it, and it'll make the fool out of you. It'll push you around. So I remember when I first started drinking, I always had that in the back of my mind, and I was like, you're gonna push me around. So I always used to hold my own, but then it got to the point to where I was just flopping around, and it's just gross, and I always think stories are awesome, but I quit drinking, give or take 10 or 11 years ago, I think, about the age of my daughter, because she was born and we're just stopping then. Like, we weren't wicked blackouts. But we're at a Rihanna concert, and Rihanna, and she was on stage, and she was getting ready to come out, and we're in like row 14, I think. We were VIP, but my wife was beside me, and she was pregnant with my son, with our son, and she wasn't drinking, but I was, and I had like my Alexander Keith beer, and this guy came up beside me because I was spotting Rihanna. She was trying to come into the crowd, and then he came up beside me, and he was like, "Bro, she's so hot." Then I looked at my wife, and I looked at him, and I said, "Yeah, she's a pretty gal." And he's like, "I'm gonna go touch her." And then he ran up and tried to go touch her, and Rihanna's a security detail saw him coming, because obviously she had security around her when she was coming into the crowd, and he got booted over and he got dragged out, and I was like, I was looking over at my wife. I was like, "Oh, did you see that?" And then my wife looked at me and she said, "That's all you look when you're drunk." And I said, really? At my beer, and I just put it underneath me, and that was the last time I had a drink. You know, and I would have difficulties because it is hard to quit drinking, you know. Like, I'm not going to say that it's easy, because when you're bored and stuff, and, you know, and first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, let's have a drink, you know. It's so ingrained. And I remember having a dream, and I was dreaming of my brother, and we're at the Saskatoon X. I know, crazy place. But my brother had a pop with him, and I was so thirsty, and, you know, I had a drink of it, and I know that taste of alcohol, like when it's hard stuff, and, you know, and I felt that, and I just spit it out. And then my brother was joking around, saying, oh, looking like demons coming out of you. And then we actually went to the Saskatoon X probably a few months later, and I know it's stories, you know, but the exact same thing happened. And, you know, I drank it because I was so thirsty, and it was lame root beer stands that are like, it's like really cheap, but my brother was carrying around a double gulp, and I saw my brothers and drank it and tasted that hard stuff, and I spit it out immediately, and I felt bad, you know, and then my brother said the same thing. But, you know, I felt bad, and I prayed right away and asked for them to look after me and stuff. And, you know, more stories, you know, like even when I was in the army and we're canoeing from here to Nipawin, Saskatchewan, which is like 300 kilometers ballpark. But again, I was thirsty, and this new guy that got posted to our unit, he drank. No, correction, he drank, yeah. But there was some alcohol and some Gatorade bottles, and after a long day of canoeing, and my army buddies knew, and my friends knew, and I got out, and I was done, and I was so thirsty that day again, and I think we did like 100 kilometers that day. And then I said, thirsty, and then I got thrown a Gatorade. It was a blue one, and I drank it, and then I remember looking at my one army buddy. He's like, is there alcohol in there? Because he knew that I don't drink, and that guy's like, yeah, why? And then my buddy, he just pointed his fingers like, go to the bush, John, that way. He's like, oh no, like they all had a shock face on their little, like kind of a shocked Pikachu, I guess, I don't know. And I was just, you know, trying to puke it up. It was horrible, but yeah, I'm that committed to not drinking, because for those of you who do know me, you know, with my presentations and stuff, you know, I told my wife, you know, why put our children through what we went through growing up. A change starts, and it starts right now, you know, with us and for future generations. Because I would want a person to look up to, you know, like a person that I could be like, well, that person's just like me, you know. And, you know, once I quit drinking, things just changed. And that's my phone. Things just changed. And my marks went up in university. It's crazy. And I ended up getting good marks, and I ended up seeing who was my true friends. You know, I always got raised that there's no such thing as friends. There's just family, and you have coworkers, and you have buddies and all that. But at the end of the day, you know, I found that the only thing I had was my family. The people that I used to drink with, they kind of just disappeared. And once they kind of found out that I didn't drink, then they kind of ghosted away. But then there was my true buddies, like my army buddies, and ones that I spoke to. You know, I said, this is what I'm doing, and I hope you guys do support me. And they supported me, and, you know, I truly appreciate those ones that, you know, really pushed me and because I honestly believe that you don't get anywhere in this life without help from others or encouragement from others. So anyways, no, like that's just, you know, I just kind of wanted to start these videos, and I thought I started with this, you know, just to let you know, for my viewers, you know, I was raised traditionally since I was a child. You know, if it's one thing that made the most sense to me was just going to ceremony. So I'm so grateful that I got raised like that, even though I've been through a lot growing up. Yeah, I guess that'll be it for now. I don't know. No, no. So when it comes to drinking, you know, I'm glad I'm done that chapter in my life. I still have dreams where I honestly think that I had a drink. Like I honestly felt like I wake up and I feel super guilty for like 10 seconds, and I'm like, God, that's a dream. So, because every person out there, I'm telling you, each and every person out there has a gift. And I honestly think if you drink, you piss all over that flower that's trying to grow. And if you let that flower grow, or a weed, I guess, it'll grow into something. And it doesn't have to be like, you know, being spiritually gifted or anything like that. It could be to make a person laugh. It could be to make a person smile. It could be a gift to sing, a gift to run fast. I don't know, but you guys know what I'm getting at. But other than that, no, I just kind of wanted to start these videos. You know, I was told by this person, he said, you have a lot to say, and it's time you start saying it. So I'm hoping that you guys like today's video. I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling off the top of my head. Just, yeah, you guys have any questions or comments or anything? Spark any kind of video going on. I like that word, spark. It's good, just. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's keep her going, man. Okay. All right. Moises Wapimton. I'll see you guys later. That's what that means.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.